planning is a very important tool for proper farm production, whereby we're talking about we are utilizing the land according to its value, not following the perception that is around many people, where they say if you have a soil, you can't do these enterprises. If you have maybe 5 hectares, you can't do beef. If you have maybe clay soil, you can't do certain crops. Those are perceptions around people, because it's not backed up by knowledge, by skills and values. But we're saying with the land use planning and management, you'll be able to understand the value of your farm. What does it entail? What is the capacity within it in terms of the soil capacity, the vegetation capacity? Look at this farm. We came here around, I think 2 years ago. We did the land use planning, and we adopted this system. The land is smaller, 2 hectares. We can't do a lot of money by doing maize. Why can't we do greenhouses and focus on high value crops like tomatoes, colored pepper, and English cucumber as part of crop farming? Then on the other part, which is a bit non-arable, we said we can also do piggery. I know we have many people asking about which one is much better, piggery and poultry, particularly broilers. Normally, if you try to compare those enterprises, there is a smaller difference in terms of how they give their returns. Like in this case, I can compare 10,000 broiler farming and 50 sow unit piggery production. Normally they compare because same amount of investment that you use, and also in terms of return, almost the same per year. So looking at the fact that we say, no, this land is smaller, we can't do other projects, let us focus on 2 projects only. That is greenhouse and also the piggery. So right now we're at 20 sow unit from scratch. That is type of land use that we're talking about. The farm is being utilized according to its value. Imagine if you just do it from a normal perspective. I had someone saying, if you think hiring an expert is expensive, try an amateur. You realize. So if you do it in an amateur way, obviously you get less returns. Because I can tell you right now, someone is getting $10,000 from 1 hectare of tomatoes on open field. Then in this case, someone has a 500 square meters getting the same amount from this greenhouse, from 500 square meters. That's the difference that we're giving. So imagine if you do greenhouse on 1 hectare, how many greenhouse do you have, and how much are you going to get per year without the limitation of market supply? Because you're going to produce good quality, good timing, because you're having a greenhouse. You are not limited in terms of time. You can produce in winter, in summer, and those kind of things. So land use planning management is remain essential for your farm production, because it gives you a guideline of what are you going to do, what are the best enterprise that you are going to focus on, not only based on the land capacity, but also based on the amount of money that you are willing to get, the amount of money that you are willing to invest. Because when people say farming is a business, it's mainly because many people are not regarding it as a business. Because when I go to a certain firm in town or anywhere, you see there's an administrator, there's a manager, there's a sales executive, there's a CEO, and everything is settled, so that if there's a channel of communication in how the business is done, systems are already there. But when you come to farm, someone is investing $50,000, but there's no proper manager, there's no the relevant structure that's supposed to be having within a business. So you need to have all those structures, so that when you are doing your procurement, there's a department for procurement that is focused on that, buying fertilizers, buying inputs, everything. Then we have the manager, who is solely responsible for making sure that every resource that we invested on the farm, be it fertilizer, be it animal feed, be it a chemical, is supposed to contribute immensely to the output, so that we get more returns. So this is a system that we're talking about. Even the accounting, how are you recording your sales? How are you marketing? How are you engaging markets? Some people say that we don't have market, difficult and all that. But do you think in Zimbabwe, with the level of poor food supply, you might say I'm failing to supply my tomatoes, my kales, or my pig, my pork and all that? It's mainly because we are not investing in land management. We are not investing in business, because we need to have those structures, those people who are focusing on getting the market, registering your farm as a company or as a trust, so that you can participate in tender processes. You can have someone in need of, say, 1 ton of beef or chicken or pork per day or per month, but you can't participate without having a proper PRAS, which is procurement regulatory certificate, so that you'll be able to participate in those tenders. So what I'm telling you is that if you're having your land use, at least you are now having a system, you are now having a blueprint that you are going to focus on, rather than following what other people are saying, that based on what we have. Thank you so much for watching this video.